What's up, dudes? Welcome to this video. I'm going to be sharing my screen going over why you can't get hired as a high-ticket closer or a high-ticket setter. I have been in the remote sales game for the past 3 years, and I've hired and fired over 100 reps in my whole career here. And I have teams doing around 1 to 2 million a year, so I'm always cycling setters and closers for a variety of different teams. And I'm going to be walking you guys through a high ticket closer application. I'm going to be showing you guys all the applications. I'm going to be showing you and telling you why I'm DQing certain people and why I'm accepting people to the next interview. Everything that you need to know in order to land an offer. Because I know the information I'm going to be giving you guys here today in a moment is literally information that people charge thousands, like 5 to 10,000 worth of information just for the simple, boring video. Because like most people lack certain concepts when it comes to landing a high ticket sales role. I'm going to be giving you guys sauce from my 3 years of experience because it took me about 8 to 9 months to land my first remote sales job. And even then it was a horrible offer because I think the problem is I believe it's super easy to land a job offer in the remote sales industry. It's difficult to keep it because most people do not have the skills or the tenacity to actually close or set on these offers. So without further ado, dudes, welcome to this boring video. I'm going to give you guys straight sauce. I might be a little bit cutthroat and honest, but honestly, I do it in a way out of respect and love because I want, obviously, you guys to win. Because this game is, it's sales at the end of the day, and you have to be able to close on these offers. But nonetheless, remote sales is the best industry to get into, especially in 2026. And if you want to tap into the remote online space and make some sort of online income and have more freedom and have more location freedom, then this is the best industry to get into. Like I said, I'm not going to be showing you any lifestyle. I'm going to be giving you the boring information you need to have and understand before you become successful in this industry. Okay, so to give you guys some context on what exactly this is a remote sales closer job opportunity. Okay, so this is specifically going over what the offer is, how much you can make, what we're looking for in a closer. And what I ended up doing is I threw this job application into Indeed. I ran ads to it for a couple days. And then I obviously threw it into my personal remote sales program where I actively place individuals into closer roles. And obviously my connections that I have in the remote sales space. So I got about 60 to 80 applications and different people interested in getting into, obviously becoming a closer on this offer. Now, like I said, this is a very simple concept. I don't want to overcomplicate it. OTE on this offer is 5 to 10K a month. Top closers doing 15K. 1099 work, performance-based commission structure. Going over, this is a webinar, hot leads. There's no cold calls, B2C leads, CRM access, what to expect, trainings, daily responsibilities, all that good stuff. And requirements, right? We're looking for someone with 6 months minimum. We must submit 2 recent call recordings, organized CRM and follow-up habits. Like they have to have experience. And sometimes like this isn't even that much of a barrier of an entry. Sometimes I have 2 years of experience minimum, and then 3 sales call recordings and then Loom videos. So we'll get into that and all that good stuff and how to actually, do it the right way. But that's essentially what this is. It's very simple. This was passed around multiple times. And I'm going to be showing you guys our applications. Who applied? Why didn't they get accepted? What could have been done better? Because, like I said, I wish I had this video when I first started, when I was 18, getting into high ticket sales, because it took me so long to land my first offer. Even then, it wasn't even a good offer. And then I ended up landing the right one. So, like I said, I'm going to going over Loom videos, what to say, what not to say. And okay, so now that we're here in the responses on our type form, I want you guys to see all the different applications I've had. All right, there's like a good amount of applications here, and they keep on going, and it's insane. But I'm only going to go over very few, a couple sore thumbs, red flags I'm seeing here. Let me see if I can spread this out a little bit more here. Okay, cool. Even today, or yesterday, a recent one, so it came through. So you can see what's their name, what's their number, country, how long they've been in sales, what industry, how much have you closed, who have you learned sales by. So it's Cole Gordon, Grant Cardone, Tony Robbins, all these different people. Some people have my name there, Johnny Mao, Connor Martin, Capital Closer. Like we can go all day long. have you personally purchased a high ticket sales program before? That's over 2,000. The reason why I ask this question is because I genuinely want to know if like you're going to be a high ticket closer, you've got to be a high ticket buyer. You have to understand what it's like to be able to purchase things that are high ticket and have no emotion towards it. I've noticed that people that have not purchased anything high ticket or anything expensive tend to be not the best closers or tend to have not the most experience. So I preferably like someone that does have high ticket sales. So majority of everyone's saying yes. We have this guy over here say no. Right? Did not come from traditional mentorship, learn in corporate sales, transition to high ticket sales. So a couple red flags here. I love that he has corporate sales. That's great. But to tell you guys the truth, corporate and high ticket sales is completely different. It's a different sales style. This is one-time closes, one-call closes. We're not spending, a wild time. You can even see Shelby Sapp here. So no. So if you look at his whole account, Harry from London, why should we pick you? Didn't answer the question. So already a DQ off the rip. Didn't answer the question, dropped a loom video. And then over here, drop a loom video. He dropped it twice. And then if we go over, my thing's in the way. If offered a role, how soon would you be able to start? Within a week. Off the rip, guys, like this is a flat DQ. We're looking for someone to bring on ASAP, is following small micromanaging directions because to be honest with you, in high ticket sales, guys, like the sales managers and the offer owners, they do not have the time or even the bandwidth to micromanage a rep. They don't want to. They want reps that actively know what they're doing, how processes work, and make their lives easier and simply just close deals and bring money to the company. That is it. If someone isn't even following these small micromanaging tasks and can't get started within a week in terms of availability, probably not the best fit, to be honest with you. Like these small little hairs matter. All right, so if we keep going down, yes, people are obviously invested in themselves before in the past. And then if we look at their roughly how much have you closed? Now, from my experience and what I've based off, some people are not always very honest with how much they've closed. I always ask it just to get an idea of like what type of person they are, because they'll say they close 500 to 1,000. And then if you look at their Loom video, they say they have zero experience. So off the rip, there's some incongruency, and I'm going to DQ this lead off the rip, say this guy's not a good fit. It's just very transparent and honest with this whole process. Let's go through someone. Okay, so let's go over here. So if we go to this guy, or Margaret, might be a woman, Nigeria. Okay, so no hate on people living in Nigeria, but kind of a small red flag because this offer is based in the U.S. and we want to make sure if they are in a different country, they're going to be able to, put the obviously work the right hours. And so that's a small little trick. If you know this offer is in U.S. times, I would base your information off United States or EST, PST, depending on where the offer is at. Because I won't DQ it. I know some people will DQ it if they're in a completely different country that you're not in. They know that you probably won't make the team meetings unless you stay up the whole night. If you know you can stay up the whole night if you're in a different country, then I would switch your time zone, right? Just kind of a smart little play. 1 to 2 years experience. What industries have you sold for? My sales experience has been primarily on trading and business coaching offers as a setter and a full-time cycle closer. Roughly how much have you closed? 500 to $1 million. Who have you learned sales from or been mentored by? Bill Walsh, Objection Box, JD, and then a whole bunch of Eli Wild, Chase Hughes. So I actually know Chase Hughes. I know Eli. I know Bill Walsh. These guys are all solid guys that are credible. And so like I look at this, I'm like, okay, solid. Let's keep on going. Why should we pick you? You should pick me because I possess the skill set, industry performance, Excel sales, background in primarily full cycle closer trading, offer, tower sales, Christian Jack. So I have invested over $20,000 in sales training, learning from top mentors like Bill Walsh, Objection Box, Lee, JD, so Kurt Yandel. So this is like, I love seeing that. And I know most people that are looking for closers and setters, they love seeing the fact that, you have invested in yourself, because if you've invested in yourself, not only shows confidence in yourself and you value your personal development, It looks good on paper. Even looks good if you're selling a high ticket offer that is high ticket, right? It's like, okay, this guy knows what it's like to invest in himself. He understands value as well, compared to someone that has zero investment in their sales training and all that good stuff. So that's super important. And if you have invested in yourself before in the past, when it comes to personal development, psychology, NLP, sales, objection handling, you want to mention that. You literally want to say, I've invested X amount, because that makes you seem credible and it's valuable, right? So drop a Loom video introducing yourself, and then how, if offered a role, how soon can you start? Immediately. And then that was it. So let's take a look here at the Loom here. So let's click on it.
Hello, my name is Margaret. I'm based in Lagos and I'm the high ticket closer. Over the past 7 months, I've sold a trading offer with price points from 5K to 25K, and I've been able to generate over 700K as a full cycle closer. Before that, I did work as an appointment setter for business coaching offers and trading offer, and I fully understand both sides of the sales process, both setting and closing. I see sales as a high performance sport, and like a top athlete, I've invested heavily in my boat. So I've been trained by industry leaders like Bill Walsh and Nick Schroeder in the Objection Box Elite, JD Davey, UCM, and currently I'm being trained by Kurt Udale in Set the Standards. My sales style is consultative and emotionally intelligent. My main focus is uncovering my prospect goal, why it's so important to them, the emotional drivers behind that, and most importantly, what's really been holding it back, and helping them to commit to finally overcoming that limitation. I know you're looking for a closer who can own their pipeline and hit targets consistently, and that's exactly what I bring to the table. I'm driven, and I'm ready to hit the ground running to help your company scale its revenue. So let's make it happen. Cheers.
Okay, awesome. So I'm going to be going over pros and cons for Margaret specifically. Honestly, off the rip, great presentation. Typeform answers look really, really good. And even then, her presentation off the rip is it's professional. It's a clean background. It's professional. She's saying the right things. Now, I would go ahead and send her a text saying, hey, let's hop on an interview. And I would love to spar with her, get an understanding of her sales roles before in the past. Why didn't she stick on those sales roles? Did she get let go? Does she want to stay on there? So off the rip, I mean, solid. Nothing crazy bad, I would say. She's saying the right things, but really, I would transition her to like the next interview. Although a couple things I want to mention specifically for this offer that we're looking for someone US based that obviously can speak without an accent, and not being picky. You know what I mean? And then this Loom video was about a month old. Yes, you could send a new Loom video that's essentially like you can send to like multiple people. But if it's a tailored Loom video specifically for this offer, that is also getting a call here. That is also a really good plus off the rip. It's a personal Loom video. It's like, okay, hey, Logan, hey, Adam, what's up? We definitely want to take I would love to hop on an interview. This is my experience. This is this. So it's a little bit more personal. It catches my attention a little bit more. But off the rip, professional, super straight to the point. Now I want to hop on an interview with her and see if, and really understand if everything she had mentioned is kind of accurate. Because she had said she's been interviewed by Bill Walsh, Eli Wild, Chase Hughes. Like, these are all credible names. Now I'm understanding if she's not just saying YouTube videos that she's watched, or she's actually been coached hands-on, group coaching, invested. Those are some things. And I also want to see some sales call recordings. There's no sales call recordings on this. Sometimes people will leave their sales call recordings down here, or they'll leave it somewhere in the Typeform. So that's my feedback on Margaret. Like I said, not horrible. I would still hop an interview, and I want to see her sales call recordings. If I'm going to shoot the interview invite, I want to see. I would ask for some sales call recordings. That's what's most important, is that the experience is actually there. That way, I don't have to micromanage. So off the rip with Margaret. Now let's show let's do one more good example that we can look at here. Let's see, someone that has 5 years experience. Let me do my boy Josh. His was solid. I think it was okay. There you go. This is it. So Josh, have you seen this, bro? You're a G. Good stuff. So for Josh's, I actually interviewed him and I brought him on the team because phenomenal stuff. So if we look over here, Josh or Jozu, his number, where he's from, how many years of experience, what he's sold for, AI trading, algo, SMMA, sales coaching, how much have you closed, over $1 million, we've been mentored by Johnny Mao. And then why should we pick you? In the past year, closed in real estate, marketing, sales offer, AI receptionist offer, sales coaching, all this good stuff. Here's proof. Show Google Drive, most positive, this is a sales call recording. And then over here is, shoot over a Loom video on why we should let you in. Okay, so let's click on that. Now, what I noticed is it isn't necessarily a Loom video, but it serves the same job. Closer position, Josh. All right, so let's play it.
Hello to whoever's watching this. I'll keep this brief because I know you probably have dozens of applications. My name is Jules Simo. I'm based out in London in the United Kingdom, and I've been a high-ticket closer specifically for the past 12 months. Before that, I had my own social media marketing agency. I had my own company before that, so I've been in the space, online sales marketing in general, for almost 5 years now. But let's be more specific, the past, let's say 6 months. I closed on a trading algorithm offer for 6 months. Before that, I closed on an AI receptionist offer. I closed on my own sales one-on-one coaching offer that I still do from time to time. Also closed out on a real estate marketing and sales offer as well. In the past 6 months, I've collected just over $1.5 million in cash. I've been a top performer on all the teams that I've worked on, collected over $200,000 on a monthly basis. My best month I personally took home just over $35,000 in commission. Now I'm looking for a new home where I can really feel at ease with the sort of results that we're getting our clients. Also looking for an offer owner who's going to allow me room to grow, change, move up in terms of positions, and also help other closers on board as well, because that's something that I love to do whenever I'm on an offer, to see how I can best help the offer manager when it comes to marketing or sales, things that I'm picking up on the front end that can change on the back end, so bring the morale up, bring the total cash collected on everybody up as well. So if you think that there is some sort of synergy there, I've linked my Instagram to go through my wins. You can see me having 1K, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6K days. That's a ton of commission for me personally. I've also linked my drive link, but you can see a bunch of different calls from all of these offers that I've mentioned. Also Slack wins as well, and you get to see some of the lifestyle that I've had. I've really cool.
That's sick. So off the rip right here, something I noticed that's phenomenally done is in this Loom video, it's not even, yes, it's similar to Loom, but he's showing his personal brand that he's trading on Instagram, which is amazing. I highly encourage doing that. I even have one myself personally from when I first started. I would show every single time I would get it closed, I would post it on the story. Of course, I would hide certain things I'm not supposed to show, but I'd be very transparent with my audience and whoever I was looking for an application. But that in and of itself is a solid example of just being professional, clean background. Because I'm going to be showing you guys some other Loom videos like those were great, right? I'm going to be showing you some bad ones on what you should not be doing that I don't even know who's telling you guys to do that, but their backgrounds are dirty. They have a dirty, messy bed. Their camera quality is horrible. And all these things that are just, marking down points for them not to be taking seriously on a closer role or a setter role, right? Like, it's just very simple. You want to be professional. You want to give the offer owner or the interviewee or whoever whoever's looking at your stuff, you want them to look at you seriously. Like, you don't want them wasting your time. You want them to know that you have the tenacity, you're coachable, you don't have to be micromanaged, you have experience, you know exactly what you're doing. Now, if you don't have experience, I'm going to be showing you guys what to say, because most of these guys that have like barely any experience, I kind of expose like what's going on and what they could be doing off the rip. Like, I'll show you over here. Eric, whatever his last name is, his number, 6 to 12 months, okay, fairly fresh. What have you closed on? B2C, B2B, high ticket sales offer, econ. I think he meant to say ecom offer, SMA, but like little red flags here, not too much information. How much he's closed, who he's been mentored by, have you recently or have you purchased high ticket offer? And then my question is, why should we pick you? I can get fucking started today. I'm the best B2C seller you'll ever have, or you'll have. The conviction I have is selling products that I know will help better people's life through the roof. I effing got you, and you won't regret it. That's amazing, but like, there's got to be some more. You know what I mean? Like, let's just look at the Loom video. Like, I don't want to judge off the rip, but here we go.
My name's Eric, and just like the title said, under 60 seconds, I'm going to be the best fucking closer you'll hire. I've been in the space for around 5 to 6 months. I've cash collected over $100,000 across B2C and B2B. The conviction that I fucking have when selling a product, because I know the information in it will genuinely change the prospect's life. And even if they don't close, they'll have a better life after the call, because now they're finally thinking like the person they want to be, not the person they are now. So get back to me with any questions.
So off this rip is, if I'm pros and cons, like, love the energy, love the conviction. I'd probably put this guy as a setter on one of my teams. I wouldn't necessarily put him on the closing side of things. That's what I would see, because like, if this is how he's going to show up to closing calls, it's a little bit unprofessional. Like, I don't want to see the couch, and I would at least have the camera set up properly, or at least wear a nice shirt, or just look clean. Like, you don't have to be any fancy, but that's how I would frame it. Like I said, I love Eric's conviction and just motivation. Seems like a young, hungry guy that just wants to make money with the internet, and I respect that. Although I think we can definitely sharpen him up in a couple areas that needs to be sharpened up on. And I would put him on as a setter, as a call setter specifically, maybe a DM setter and another offer. But that's how I would structure with Eric. Just off the rip, because it looks like he needs some training off the rip in terms of like being relaxed, taking some calls. Because at least I don't want someone talking to a 30, 40-year-old just like, so aggressively. Just put him on the call setting side of things and get him trained up there. But not horrible. I love the conviction for sure. Let's keep on going. Let me see if we can find someone with like a DQ off the rip. Immediately. Just pick on a random one, honestly. First comes in. Okay, so the Loom video doesn't even work on this one. All right, this was on paper looks not bad. 2 to 5 years, trading, life coaching, 500 to $1 million. Looks solid, but the Loom video it doesn't even work. So I would make sure your Loom video works before you submit it. Like I said, it's going to happen. But to be honest with you guys, like what matters the most is your Loom video. You have to make sure that your Loom video looks good, it's professional, because most people, at least for me, when I hire over like the hundreds of reps that I've gotten, I would look at the Loom video first. If the confidence is there, if the conviction's there, if the experience is there, and the tenacity and the coachability is there, I will 100% schedule an interview and spar with you and really dive deep into your experience. But like small little things like this are preventing people from actually going to the next offer. Let's check out this one.
Hi, I'm Jordan. I'm a sales closer with nearly 10 years of experience selling in both B2B and B2C sales environments. Previously, I was in corporate selling high-ticket health and wellness services to Fortune 500 companies. I've done that for 8 years, and then over 7.5 months ago, I pivoted myself online to help businesses like yourself collect more cash. A little bit about myself. I'm going to attach all my call recordings, commission slips, leaderboard trackers, everything down below, so please feel free to check that out. In terms of who have I helped in the info space, I've helped Michael Diamond on the left. He is a fitness professional who specialises in fitness transformations for A-type individuals. Think of people like medics and business executives. I was selling 2 to 12k offers for Michael, and it was based around fitness transformations. I was the number one closer on Michael's team for 2 months, the month of August and the month of September. On the right, I've worked with Adam Haley, and this was a done for you email marketing launch offer. And this was aimed at fitness professionals, but specifically business owners within the CrossFit industry. In terms of cash collected, as of today, I have over 614,000k. Average close rate is 30.4, and as you can see here, my AOV is on average fall. Here's more proof of me and brothers, month of August top performer on Michael's offer, just shy of 170k cash collected. More commission trackers, here we are right here. And as I said, I'm going to attach down below so you can check out a very much an emotional based seller. I like to dig on pain and find out the real reason why the individual is on the call. I'm definitely not a surface level closer. I believe that is why I'm very successful. In terms of what I'm looking for an offer, I'm looking to scale long term. I understand the TikTok industry right now is booming, is accelerating very, very fast, and it's an industry that I would love to get involved in. Next step, please, let's connect. I would love to know your short and your long term goals, and I would love to show you how I can collect you more cash. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Solid. Yeah, this guy's solid on Jordan's end, man. This is pros off the rip. You guys has a professional, I want to say this is Google Slides. You can see his numbers, you can see proof of concept, sharing his experience. And he also has his, I like this a lot, which is his closes and his tracking sheets and his, I want to say this is what, call recordings? Oh, this is just a screenshot. Let's see what this is.
It's got great referrals, great credentials. I just
Yeah, it's solid. The objection handle close. Yeah, I would definitely, schedule an interview with this guy, Jordan. Hey, bro, good stuff. Would love to hop an interview and spar and get an understanding of like why he's even looking for another role in the first place. I mean, if he has all this experience, why is he looking for another offer? Like, what happened with the other offer? Is he looking for a home base? And see, there's some alignment with our offer and making sure his time zone is working with ours. You know what I mean? So that would be like the main thing I would bring up off the rip for this guy. Like I said, most of these are pretty solid. most people are following directions. Now, if we look at this guy, have you personally invested in yourself? No. I will make your business an obscene amount of money. Why should we pick you? If you want to make money, like there's these bland trading, there's just Kian. It's let's look at this one too. Okay, Kian's doesn't work, and then let's go to this one. Let's see Callum.
Hey Logan, how's it going? I'm Callum and I'm an IT closer. Essentially, I'm probably going to be brief fast, but I've got a lot to say, probably not too much time to say. So essentially, I'm Callum, I'm 23. I'm located in the UK, currently handles it by probably by also in the next 6 to 12 months. My background, I'm a former tech and AI business development manager. I've got the kind of 4 years of experience. And my strengths genuinely is literally the ability to communicate with absolutely anyone in order to actually understand them and their needs and have those deep conversations that essentially lead to the sale. So my field experience, I've closed over 6,000 cash in 7 months on B2C business office, and that was trading and an e-commerce offer as well. I maintained a 30% close rate consistently throughout. My show rate has never dropped below 68%, and that's mainly due to my accountability and also my micro activity. So things that are cool, hit my calendar, that is no one else's fault, but I will make sure they show up and not pass away. I've collected over 2.5 million in GDP in revenue in previous tech and AI role, and that was all generated by my cold also, but that was quite important to kind of demonstrate that great something from nothing. So in any other role, also being a killer, I'm going to continue to be a killer in any other role I go on. So £86,000 in cash collected in June 2025, which is a little bit of proof. This one, the trading offer I talked about, this is just an incubator, phase 3, phase 2 phase, $8,606, accumulated that equates to about 6,400 GDP. So what makes it different? I will make you, and I've seen that money, and that's a genuine promise. I'm literally relentless, and failure is not an option, and never been. I've invested over £5,000 GBP into my HTC sales training. I will literally have prospects closed before I enter the pitch, and that's a genuine promise. I've mastered the discovery phase, and I'll continue to make prospects essentially sell themselves continually throughout the call. I will 100% accountability to that, and I take pride in everything I do. I will do everything in my power to research and obviously the TikTok offer, but also do constant evaluation. I will make things more efficient and increase the close rate as a result. I'm extremely organized and efficient, and I hope to demonstrate that obviously on the offer you put me on. So what I'm actually looking for in an offer that truly generates results. To be honest, that's what it comes down to. I need to believe in what I'm selling. I sell with conviction, and if I have that conviction of what I'm selling, I will sell it. So if I believe in that offer and it generates results, I will sell it like my life depends on it essentially. So
Okay.
also
So for Callum, well done as well. I believe I reached out to him. Presentation, solid. Tracking sheet looks good. Conviction, understanding of the industry itself looks good. The tenacity is there. You can see for some looms, I showed you guys, like some people lack it and lack that just exposure in the industry, and some actually have it. And so there's a big difference that we were looking for. And obviously, Callum, good stuff. I did reach out to him for this offer. It's like very, very straight to the point. And it's like you don't want to overcomplicate it. Less is more. Let's go ahead and look at this one over here. What is this? Brooke, 2 to 5 years, door to door, solar. Roughly how much have you closed? No answer. Have you been mentored by anyone? No answer. No answer. Small little red flags there. Extremely hardworking, dedicated. Let's take a look.
Hi, my name's Brooke, and this is why you should hire me.
So just off the rip, looking for a closer, why you should hire me as a setter, there's some misalignment, so I wouldn't even kind of waste my time looking at that, because we're looking for a closer, right? It's like very, very straight to the point. I don't want to, waste anyone's time. I'm looking for a closer that has that, that experience off the rip there. Let's keep on going here. George Gill, England, no answer. Master the sales process, no answers. Let's look here.
I aim to add an extra 17 to 100 more to your online coaching business. So, who am I? I'm George Gill. I'm a 19-year-old IT closer from Leeds, England. I have just over a year's corporate sales experience working for a leading construction materials supplier in North England. After taking the pivot from that role, I've now generated just over $520,000 in cash collected on a B2C trading offer in the period just around 7 months. What I've done so far in the industry. So I've boosted sales on a B2C trading offer. I've cash collected just over $520,000. I will hold a 32% close rate and a 69% show rate, which I highly pride myself on a system pacing of a 7-figure year for the offer. Now, what makes me different to other closers in the industry? I've mastered the sales process, investing just over £5,000 in my own mentoring and coaching, one of them being with Conor Martin, Tech Capital Closer. I've mastered the sales process from a pre-call, qualifying phase, pitch, to objection handling and close, and also follow as a whole, bring it all together, and really get deals across the line, finding people why on calls, why, and just to volunteer with a petition, have conviction in selling and generated what I pride myself on.
So something I'll mention that I didn't see on most looms is I'm getting a lot of UK guys, and our offer is based in the United States. I love my UK people. Like they're killers. I think honestly they're probably more killers compared to the US reps. Although my concern is your guys' availability and what that looks like. If you have availability on your loom video going over, hey, look, this is pretty much what I'm available. I'm available full time. I can start ASAP. This is what I can do. This. Then I'm 1,000% going to, make it look good and obviously put them all on an interview, right? But like off the rip, that's like my only red flag for someone overseas. Like I've had reps overseas and they've done well and they're sharks, My biggest concern is the availability. So if you can have your availability on your Loom ASAP, just going over this is what I'm available on, that's going to be a solid thing. So I see this one over here, and this guy was entered by me, and we go over here, Matthew, and everything was looking good, but there's no Loom video. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, if you can't do those small things, I can't do anything at that point. It's just the truth, right? So let's keep on going to pick some random one here. What is this, Jack? I think we already reviewed this one. Yeah. I think people are just... Okay. So let's look at this one. My former sales managers. Okay, sales managers on what offers? Insurance maybe, travel sales. Carson. Let's check it out.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Carson. I'm from South Florida. I'm very excited to speak to you guys today. Just a little bit more about myself, my experience. My experience primarily comes from life insurance, high-ticket travel sales, and also door-to-door sales. So my time doing life insurance, I was writing frequently over $40,000 a month in annual premiums. There's a month where I crossed over the $60,000 mark and was named top producer that month. And my time doing high-ticket travel sales, I was frequently in KPI selling $8,000 to $18,000 travel packages, and it was a very hard market to sell in due to the whole truck timeshare stigma. So in my next role, I want to sell in something that I have a lot of conviction in, that I believe in. And when I came across this offer about TikTok Shop, I felt a lot of conviction straight away, because I just know TikTok Shop is a very, very rising market, very growing market, very innovative market, and just to know that I want to offer that is attached to something that can make a lot of people money, and that is backed by somebody who's known what they're doing, who's been in the space, makes me have a lot of belief, and therefore more motivation to go out there and execute. And that's the reason why that's the reason why I'm here today. I'm very excited about this opportunity, and can't wait to meet you guys and shake hands virtually and get to the next steps. Thank you very much.
Okay, off the rip, solid. Love that it was personal for TikTok on this offer. Off the rip though, dude, like, I'm sure he's great, but for our offer, we're looking for someone with experience. And I think he could have led us with more, at least give me more conviction. Like, if he was actively getting one-on-ones and he's doing group coaching calls and he's training specifically on high ticket sales, and maybe I would shoot over an interview. But unfortunately, like, we're looking for someone that understands the game and has like an actual track record for this offer. Like I said, I would respect someone that is actively getting training, that then I would 1,000%, to give it a shot. But we need that conviction. That's like straight to the point. Like, we don't have time to train everyone up and micromanage. Like, they have to be able to have that, that grit and tenacity. Let's look at one more and we'll call it. Look for an old one. We already did this one. Okay, so I think we got Damien here, B2B and B2C offshore. Jack, I'm a dog, relentless mindset. Okay.
So you said the option industry. Those days range between £3 and £10,000 depending on the client. Yes, guys, I hope you're well. My name's Damien and I'm calling from Edinburgh, over in the United Kingdom. I've been high tech sales for just under 1 year. Under that 1 year, I included an offshore oil and gas training program, which most people's 95 training selling set into the offshore industry. Those tickets range between £3 and £10,000 depending on the client's looking for. I managed to cash collector on 725,000 in the first gig. I heavily invested into a mentor. His name is Jack Honornoid. He's an absolute killer, trust me. He's taught me how to close deals by shifting the internal mindset and breaking beliefs. If there's anything else that you want to know, reach out to me on my email or my WhatsApp, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I want to be a part of your team, someone I can definitely develop my skill set and meet like-minded individuals who just want to crush the game. Thank you for watching. Cheers.
Yeah, Jack looks like a solid guy. I would probably put him on as a setter, although I just don't see the conviction on the closing side of things. Like, there's no call recordings, there's no experience on what he's actually closed on. There's like a couple things we're lacking here. And if Jack's a killer, I love that he's getting mentored by him. What are you doing with Jack? You guys hopping on one-on-ones? Are you guys doing group coaching calls? Are you listening to his call recordings? Are you helping on mock calls? Like, you want to be able to really have that leverage if you have invested into a sales trainer before. Like, I tell my guys all the time, like, straight up tell them that you're hopping on one-on-ones with me and you're doing group coaching calls and, reviewing sales calls and all this good stuff that will make you stand out compared to most reps, right? But like, guys, good stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It might have been boring, but I'm just giving you sauce. Like, you really need to have confidence. You need to have conviction. You need to have a clean background. You need to look sharp, because there's going to be some that are just messed up. And for our offers and for really good offers, if you want to hop on, that are doing very, very well, up to like $1 million to $5 million a year, and you want to be a part of that as a setter or closer, you need to hold yourself professionally so that people take yourself seriously. And if you do have coaching and you are getting trained up, you want to milk that. And if you don't, I would look into that. Because the reality is, guys, like, it's going to be tough to get an offer if you have 0 to none experience in a high ticket sales offer, on like high ticket sales in general or sales. It's not impossible, but it can be done. And so if you want to be placed on an offer with one of my accounts, or even get connected with my mutuals, I have accounts that are looking for setters and closers literally all the time, and be trained up by me one-on-one, feel free to apply down below, and I will take care of you guys. I'll get started, and we'll get this stuff rolling, okay? So I appreciate you. If you made it all the way to the end, subscribe, give me a like, if anything, if you enjoy this type of content, because I know it's super boring and it's information you need to understand high ticket sales. Otherwise, you're not going to get that far. That's just the reality. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you guys later. Take care.